Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby. David Thetford, Gary Ashby, we're both here. Chelsea Hunter is on the phone. Congratulations, Chelsea. We are so proud of you being named. It's really crazy. You played at Monterey. You're getting named to be the head coach the year after they won a state championship. You got to be proud.
I am. I'm really excited for the opportunity to come in and serve a program that already has storied history, success, and a program that I was actually a part of 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been that long. For those of you that don't remember, she played, was it 2014? That your second team All-District in 2014. In 2015-16, you were first team All-District.
Yay!
And then get this, 2016-17. Listen to this.
I'm listening.
District MVP.
Hey, it just gets better and better.
Texas Association of Basketball Coaches All-Region. TGCA All-State. ASCO All-Star Scholarship to South Plains College.
Wow.
She went to South Plains and she went to Eastern New Mexico. You have had an amazing basketball. I did your games back in those days, Chelsea, and we could really see you were something else. You really were. As I thought about this, I thought I would love to see Chelsea Hunter and Aaliyah Chavez on the same team.
They get after
that would be unbeatable, and Bro, the other one. Boy, we've had some great players, and you're one of the best.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
And
let's take it back a little further. Where'd you go to elementary school?
So I actually went to Haynes Elementary. It's no longer a school, but it was right across from Evans Middle School.
That's where I went. I was the first sixth grade class at Haynes.
Wow.
First sixth grade class at Haynes. We're the ones that named them the Hawks.
It's a brand new school.
Part of our group wanted to be the Hamsters, but we thought that's a sissy animal. We can't be the Haynes Hamsters.
Well, thank you for not choosing the Hamsters.
I know it.
All right, my wife, we're sitting there the other day, and she goes, hey, the new Monterey coach was one of my favorite students ever. And do you remember a Ms. Ashby?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's my wife.
I do. Wow.
And she goes, the new Monterey coach was one of my favorite students ever in the history of ever. And she coached she taught for quite a while.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Just that one semester she taught.
Yeah. You.
No.
That's so cool.
Everybody says
She's
that.
She's proud of you.
Yeah. That is cool. Haynes Elementary. When I did a playoff game, was it this year, Chelsea, or was it last year up at Wayland? Because that's where she's been the last few years, and the assistant basketball coach for the Flying Queens. And I see her, and I think I know that young lady, but I couldn't remember. And then somebody told me that's Chelsea Hunter. It clicked for me. And you talk about, you're just, pleasant's not even the best word to describe you. You're just an amazing, sweet person. And I've heard you're really involved in the community in Plainview and at Wayland. You've been really involved.
Yes, that's something I take pride in, just serving the community and supporting them and the youth wherever they're needed. So that's something I try to really put at the top of my list, getting involved.
You do.
Well, David talking about how sweet you are, and Terry said how sweet you are. Are you tough on the court? Will you chew on a girl if she needs chewing on?
I certainly will. Well,
she was a competitor, like Aaliyah. Y'all are very similar in a lot of ways.
Well, that's what Jill said.
Very similar.
Jill said she's had two girls ever that practiced as hard as they played, if not harder.
Yeah.
And Aaliyah was one, and you were the other one.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely translates. So
It does.
it's very important to.
It's hard to get kids, today, because when you've grown and gotten older and older, you look back and you think, boy, I could have done that so much better. I could have tried so much harder. I should have been focused more than I would. See, and you and Aaliyah, Chelsea and Aaliyah, had that focus from the beginning, and if you can translate that to your players, then you're going to be in good shape.
Where did yours come from? Was it born, or where did you develop that kind of work ethic?
Honestly, probably from my parents. They just always told me, whatever you do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord, and I took that literal. I took it serious, and that's in everything that I do, not just practice on the court, but I want to do it to the best of my ability and give my all.
Is your dad Rufus?
He is.
Okay. What's Rufus doing now? Is he still, what do they call it, catering?
He is, yes. He has a catering business, Chubby's Catering, and that's what he's full head of steam into that.
Chubby's Catering?
Yeah. See if you can come up with the phone number. We want to give him some, because we've used Rufus, and what a delightful guy he is. It didn't surprise me at all that you're delightful coming from Rufus. And I didn't know your mom, but I remember Rufus.
Chubby's, that's a great. Call us. We'll make you chubby.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, get us a phone number. We'll give a little pub out there for.
And it's
Rufus.
good, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He's very well thought of.
Yes. Well, I got it whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yes, 806-474-6710.
474
Chubby's Catering.
6710.
Do they ask for Rufus?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Hey, your
That's
parents
a good family.
are still here, and what does your mom do?
So I actually lost my mom in January of this year.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I lost my mom last July, and it's tough old deal when we lose our moms. And Gary lost his many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you lose your mama, that's a huge deal. I'm sorry to hear that. What was her name?
Her name was Gwendolyn Hunter.
Gwendolyn.
And her nickname was actually Chubby's, and that's where the name
you got to be kidding me. That's
not chubby, but chubbies.
Chubby, yes.
Yeah,
chubby.
Chubby.
That's great.
Well, I got to tell you, when I heard that when you got a Jill Snyder, who's been at Monterey 27 years, she coached you. You're very familiar with what a great coach she is, what a great person she is, and won the state championship last year. When she decided to retire, I had a feeling she was going to. But, she's got a good group coming back. Mm-hmm. She really does. It's not like the cupboard's bare. But, you wonder who they're going to hire to take that place. Now, you're a coach that has no head coaching experience. But that doesn't bother you, does it, at all?
Not one bit. No, sir.
I know it. All the head coaches at one point didn't have any head coaching experience. That's just that's how it works. But and it didn't bother me at all either. I just think you'll do a fantastic job.
Well, most people that are coaching in high school want to go to the college, but you don't see that many coaching in college that want to go back to high school. And I think the reason is they don't particularly want to go into the classroom.
Yeah.
Are you going to have classroom duties? What's the rest of your schedule?
Yeah, so I actually will be teaching a business course, which will be fun for me. Both of my bachelor's and master's is both in accounting, so I'll kind of get to double dip on two things that I love, coaching and business.
That's great. And I know Jack Perkypile has got to be thrilled to have you coming back. He's a wonderful principal, great friend of ours.
Yeah, he is.
And I know you'll be excited to work for him.
Yes, I am. He was actually my principal when I was there, and I mean, he's been just so much help in this process, and I'm grateful, and I'm ready to work alongside of him.
Let me ask you this: I saw you on TV when they interviewed you, and it looked like you were at the gym, and were you meeting with the team and talking to them?
Yes, sir. I've been around for this past week. Yes, sir.
Good. And they're all coming back. They're not even going in the transfer portal, are they?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's probably coming to high school.
Well, are you getting any out of the transfer portal?
Yeah, we're going to do some recruiting, Chelsea. It's something you had to be impressed when you saw these young ladies. That's a great looking group they have at Monterey.
Yes. Wow. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, who's going to be your assistant coaches?
Yes. So I do have two of them that are coming back. And the first one is Coach John Bishop.
Yeah.
He's returning.
Good.
And then Coach Courtney Kelly. She is also returning.
Yeah. Where's Torres going? Is she just retired too? Shayla?
Well, I'm not sure quite yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she'll. I'd love.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever's best for you, putting together your team and your staff and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So, have you been living in Plainview?
I do. Yes. Yes, sir.
Do you have a house up there? So I assume you're moving back to Lubbock.
I am. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's houses, there's little condos over where Haynes used to be if you want to look at some of those.
Well, Coach Magel lives in one of them.
They tore our school down, Chelsea, and put condos there.
I know.
You could move back there, but anyway. All right, we're gonna try to have you and Jill on the show together. And
Okay.
And when you get back, because you're in Oklahoma, right? Are you still in Oklahoma?
I am. Yes, sir.
Now get this, Gary. I don't know who it is, but Chelsea is dating or something, somebody that works for the Oklahoma City Thunder, the basketball NBA team.
Yeah.
Who is this now we're talking about?
Yes, his name is Curtis Johnson.
Uh-huh. What is his job
Yes.
with the Thunder?
So he works with player development off court.
Okay.
So he deals a lot with the families of the players and getting things organized and helping them with any type of life situation that's not on the court.
Where's he from?
He's originally from Blytheville, Arkansas.
All right. We'll get the story about where y'all met and he's kind of got a good job right now because the Thunder is like really good. They're the Final Four, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool.
Probably going to be playing for the championship.
Yep. Do you get good seats when you go to the games?
I do. Yes, sir.
I figured you did.
That's one of the perks.
Yeah. Well, Gary and I'd like to go to a couple of games if you can get us in y'all suite or whatever.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That will be high on your list. How was it working for the Flying Queens? Was that just amazing? What a storied, you talk about storied program that you have at Monterey. How about the Flying Queens and their history? Pretty amazing.
Wow, second to none. Yes, I really enjoyed my time. I learned and I grew so much, and I just loved it. I loved every bit of it. Working for Coach Jason Cooper, he hired me straight out of college. Again, with zero experience, and it was just such great time. He let me come in and allowed me to grow, and I'm just so grateful for that opportunity from him.
Well, it's y'all. The Flying Queens got that name because they were one of the first, maybe the first to ever fly to a game. And what a long, storied history they have at Wayland Baptist with the Flying Queens. Well, you may wonder, how did she get the job at Wayland right out of college, and how did she get the job at Monterey with no head coaching experience? And if you would meet Chelsea Hunter,
that's what I'm about to say.
You would go, okay, I get it. I get it now. She is very deserving, and I can't wait to see what you're going to – I'll get to see you a bunch once we – get to basketball, and because I still do games, at least I think I'm still doing them.
Yeah.
But how
many years, David?
I started in 1984. What year were you born?
1998.
Yeah, I didn't think you were at those games I was doing, but I did Chelsea's games, and but she was outstanding player. That doesn't even cover it, how good she was. But anyway, we look forward to having you in the studio because we're on TV too, and so people can see, and we'll get you and Jill in here, and Jill can tell us a bunch of inside secret stories that you probably don't want to share. But is she how working with playing for Jill Snyder? That had to be one of the highlights of your career.
It definitely was. I still carry some of those moments a lot of those moments with me today and a lot of those lessons, and it was awesome.
Well, I say we do. You said we were trying. I say we do. We get her and Jill both to come in and say goodbye to Jill and say hello to Chelsea.
It's what we'll do.
Maybe drag Rufus down here.
But he can bring some food.
Yes.
He can cater.
He can cater it.
The show.
Yes, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, that would be. That would be. Well, I got to tell you, I can't wait to see you. And I think we're trying. I don't know whether you know what Jill's doing now. She's like traveling all over everywhere looking for players. I don't know. I can't even remember for who. But
for Monterey.
Yeah, for Monterey.
for Chelsea.
Yeah, she's still recruiting. Anyway, she's pretty crazy. She's been gone. We tried to have her on after the state championship. She's never here. But over the next couple of weeks in June, will you be here in Lubbock?
I will be.
Okay. Well, I'll be back in touch, and Jill's going to be here. And
well, that's got to be really rewarding for you to have your former coach recommend you to take her place.
Yeah.
After how many years?
Yes.
27 years.
Head
coach.
And she gets to sort of choose, which is good.
Yeah.
Who's going to take her place? And she says, Chelsea. That's the girl. So that's neat.
Kind of a big deal. Well, tell us, we only have a couple of minutes left here, but tell us, did you just apply and just hope you got it, or did they call you? How did that work?
So I actually received a phone call right from Coach Snyder probably a week before, a couple of days before, somewhere in there, before she actually retired. And she had a conversation with me, and from there I went through the process, and I just turned it over to God. If it was in his will, then it would happen. If not, then I asked that he shut the door, and here we are.
Here we are. He opened it. It was open. And we're thankful to him for it, and thankful that you got the job, Chelsea.
Yes, thank you.
We look forward to having you on here in person in the next couple of weeks.
Well, thank you so much.
All right.
For having me.
Tell your daddy hey for us.
I will.
All right.
Thanks for being on today. We will. I'll call you. We'll be in touch. All right, Chelsea Hunter, everybody, the new head coach of the Monterey Lady Plainsmen.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, so they said you want to see Seth Schultz, and I go, I guess what is he? He's the president of the Lubbock market now. I'm like,
you're saying he's just a kid.
I know. I still think of everybody. He played basketball at Coronado with Tanner, so I still think of everybody as just a kid. But he is the Lubbock area president now. For
that's great.
Capital. Yeah, and we had a great talk, and of course they got locations all over Lubbock. They got state of the art banking, but you can walk in if you like going to bank. And a lot of people especially old people. They like going to the bank and going inside and doing all that. But they have, you can go do it on your phone, the computer, whatever you want to do at Plains Capital. I did want to, speaking of Tanner, and wasn't here last, I don't think I did. Did I do a commercial? No, I didn't, because I wasn't on long last week.
No, I did. I did a very good job, too.
You did?
Yep.
Did you tell them about the discount?
Yeah.
Did you remember the name? Tyler. You got to get called Tyler. It's 632-6325, 806-632-6325. And this is Mission Service Companies, and Tanner has put together this wonderful company, and one of the things they do is take care of oilfield area.
Didn't he used to play ball with Seth Schultz?
Yeah, he played ball with Seth Schultz.
Yeah,
at Coronado.
Yeah,
that's where I know him from. And but there's so much to do in the oil and gas business, and keeping your pad free of your stack yard free of weeds. That bitter weed, that's why they have to wash their car so much at Mighty Washes to get the bitter weed, so you don't transport it from one place to another. But Tanner's got all the equipment and the people to take care of all the weed problems you got, not just in the Permian Basin, up around Seminole and Levelland and wherever you need it done. They will go get it done, and they'll guarantee their work. So do give Tyler a call at 806-632-6325, and they will give you a discount. Thetford and Ashby discount. Now, you got to say, I want that Thetford and Ashby discount.
And it's legit.
It's real. So that's Mission Service Companies. For all
I think after
people.
15 years, they've learned not to trust us. But in this case, you can trust us.
First time we ever had a real discount.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. I think that is it. Oh, by the way, we did get Mickey at Fuddruckers, and he also has Dave's Hot Chicken, but we don't have coupons for that. But he is absolutely that new Fuddruckers at 66th and Milwaukee. I love that place. Yeah. I really do.
It's open, bright and cheery.
Yeah.
The other one was sort of dark.
Yeah. And big.
I like the other one too, though.
I did too.
I like anywhere that has brand new fresh buns, great meat. I mean, best burgers around.
It's so good, and y'all need to go see them. And if you need catering, Cafe Venture, which is Mickey Rogers, they can do all of that. Whatever size crowd you got, they can do it. So give them a call. All righty.
All right, we're hoping to have Jamie.
Okay.
Here in 20 minutes or so.
With Red Raider Baseball Report.
We're going to wrap up the
our last report of the year.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it just wasn't one of those.
Well, they started out against such tough competition. I mean, they played a tough schedule early.
Yeah, and things just didn't go right early, and then all of a sudden maybe you start thinking, well, maybe we're not very good.
Yeah.
But had a lot of good players, and it's one of those deals where I can remember one of my. Well, it's probably after that year that I was talking about earlier, when we finished 2-19. They said, "Well, hey, you got just almost everybody back," and I go, "Well, yeah." I mean, are you saying that to make me feel good, or are you saying that to make me feel bad? But we can have most of this team back next year. And you go, "Well, yeah." But I tell you what, it's just a matter of a couple of pitchers. I think Nigeria shows you one thing. And it's more important in softball than baseball, but it's very important in baseball.
Yeah.
Is that you got to have. And in baseball, you better have at least 3, if not 4, crackerjack pitchers. And we had some that it looked like they had the abilities. They just have that inning or have that. Seemed like there's always a walk or a hit batsman or something, and then a couple of errors, and it was just the perfect storm to have a 20-win season. Things just did not work out this year. You could get most of that bunch back, add 2 pitchers, get the pitchers we have, pitching to their abilities, and you could have a great team out of these same guys. Mm-hmm. I really think. But that being said, you best, reach in your pocket and go buy yourself a couple of more hitters, and but especially pitchers.
Yep.
Period.
Well, of course, I don't know with what we talked about to begin the show with Coach Kitley having to cut back on his team, and of course the money's just not available for track and field and baseball, and what do you do? We got to figure it. Yeah. We got to have some donors step up with these programs.
Yeah, and and I tell you what, we've sort of got to where we've seen with the basketball team. Excuse me, we've seen. We're going to learn whether we like this or not, whether we can put up with this, new world we're living in, because we got to have our best player come back for $4 million. For a mere $4 million, we get one of our players back.
Yep.
And then I think another $1 million, we get another one of our good players back. But another one of our good players, which I liked a lot, and I don't think he was a big issue.
No,
I think there's probably a little bit there.
I think he and Coach McCaslin had a
little bit.
Yeah,
but it's nothing that $1 million wouldn't have straightened out. But now we got one of our players leaving and going to North Carolina State for whatever. I mean, he's getting, I'm sure, a few million. So we've got to determine, okay, this is the new normal. I can live with it. Or I think some people say this is the new normal. I don't like it. The heck with it.
There are a lot of people that don't like it.
Yeah, but I think most people are going to say, I don't like it, but I love Tech and I love Tech sports. Well, so I will put up with it.
And, of course, Texas Tech football and Coach Joy McGuire have been absolutely phenomenal in the draft portal. I mean, you ain't even going to recognize our team. That's my prediction. You will not even recognize Texas Tech football. We're going to be so big, so strong, so fast. And Baron Morton's back.
Well, it'd be fun to try it with the better athletes.
Yeah, let's see how it works.
We've always been the one that get a little bit cut below, not the ones that
not the 4 and 5 stars.
Not the 4 and 5 stars.
We try to take 3 stars and
and gosh, for 50 years we've competed wonderfully with the 3 stars. But it'll be fun to try it with the 4 and the 5 stars.
Yeah, this Will Wade, who's the coach at now, they took him from McNeese State. Evidently, he's
Took him from.
well, they did. That's what they did.
That's new terminology. We took him from.
He didn't just decide; he was taken. But he's evidently a really good coach. Of course, when you got Grant McCaslin, that's the best of the best in my opinion. I'm so thankful we have Grant McCaslin as our basketball coach now. He's the real deal. He's big time.
I like every coach we got out there.
I do too. We're so blessed here at Texas Tech. But yeah, he's going, and he was the number 6 ranked player in the transfer portal. Darrion Williams was, and proven commodity, and he was up first team All Big 12 and 6'6". You never know how big people are anymore because they're out there with 7-foot people, and you go, well, he ain't that big, but 6'6", and he's strong and really a tremendous player. I thought he might come back to Tech, but anyway, that's the way it works nowadays.
Yep.
Hate to lose him.
Just all right. And then we talked about softball, and how good a pitching is and how important it is. A texter here says, it's not just our pitcher. There's more to this team. And that's not the narrative. Disappointing, to be honest. She's great, but one player can't win games. Pretty close. In softball, one player can. Well, they had the king in his court, Eddie Feiner.
Yep.
The king in his court. Pitcher, catcher, first baseman, and one outfielder. 4 of them. And he was so good that they
couldn't hit him.
Yeah, I got to face Eddie Feiner 2 different occasions and 2 different games, and it's pretty. I got him while he's old though, so it wasn't a fair contest. But then they brought in this young guy, and he threw hard, and I'm batting, and the catcher goes, "Okay, he's fixing to throw it behind your head, so don't back into it." And sure enough, here comes the next pitch right behind my head. So I got it. I know.
Yeah.
Not to back into it, but got to face Eddie Feiner a couple of times. But let me tell you what, in softball, one person can make a huge difference. Now you do have to score.
Yeah.
Which that's
at least one run.
Yeah, that's where she hits her home run.
Yeah,
and
she did it all.
No, we do have. Let me tell you what.
Players.
Oh, we got wonderful players.
Really good players.
And it's going to get nothing but better. This thing was sort of tossed together fairly late.
Yeah.
I mean, he hadn't been the coach that long, and so we're going to get nothing but better, I think. And we'll have her back next year, and then hopefully the groundwork is set.
Yep.
For the rest. Now, I really think there's going to be caps on the money, and should be. I think kids should go to schools that they want to go to, not the one that pays them the most money to come there. And I think Tech will be that location that people will want to come to. Here's a funny story. And this may not even be true, but if it is, it's a pretty neat story. It was pretty hot last week when they were playing the regional here. And after the game, it's my understanding that one of the people that donates money to the program said, we've got to get these people some shade.
Yeah.
And they said, well, it's going to cost about $50,000.
500,000.
Oh, is it 500,000?
500,000.
Well, 50, 500.
I know.
To some people, it's not. Zero's not that important. Some people, a zero's a difference in doing and not doing. But she sort of said, "Yeah, okay, we need some shade."
So expect shade.
So we need some shade.
I did notice, and I was watching Texas A&M play, which I think they were number 1 overall seed and got eliminated
by Liberty.
By Liberty. So it's, I'm looking at their stadium and their press box and their suites, and I'm like, my gosh, that's impressive.
I think ours is going to get nicer.
We can do that because we got a beautiful facility out there, really nice space up top. There's a lot of big things that could be done out there.
Got trees growing around the outfield,
really
which is nice.
Really pretty.
So I did notice that Kirby and Diane were sitting down the front row down there, and we're up like 5-0 or something. And then all of a sudden I look and they're not there, and the other team scored a run or two. I said, if we blow this lead, I'm going to blame it on Kirby and Diane for leaving.
Our fans.
But anyway,
athletic director.
I looked back down there half an inning later, and they were back. And so I asked him, I said, I was going to have to chew on you if we lost that game. He goes, no. He said, there's no air down there. He said, we just went up and got some air and then, and came back down. So I think it's pretty evident that we need to do something to create some shade and some air at Rocky Johnson.
It'd be really, it's a great venue. It really is. And it could, once we do more, it'll be maybe one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
It has that potential.
And it's got
we got
setting.
the people to make that happen. But
got a good setting.
Headed to the College World Series. It's so good to be in there really early. First one.
We're the first ones there.
Now Najee can take her finger and get it.
Take her finger.
After watching last week, I thought, how's she going to pitch with a blister? It didn't seem to bother her at all.
Yeah. I think it did bother her a little on her rise ball.
Yeah.
But she's got such a good changeup and throws pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she throws low 70s, which I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that's like upper 90s from 60 feet 6 inches.
She threw 73. I saw one of the pitches was 73.
And I think that translates. Hey, Big B, look that up. You're our producer. Produce in there.
Just be sitting around.
I think 72 and 3 is the equivalent of upper 90s from a baseball pitcher from 60 feet 6 inches, from the distance they're throwing.
It seems to me like the field needs to be a little bigger. It needs to be every play at first base on a routine ground ball to short. It's close. I mean, really close.
That's what you want, though.
Yeah. Well, in baseball, it's not that way. They'll throw you out by 5 steps.
I've always been fascinated that baseball, and I'm going to talk baseball now, that whenever they came up with the game, 90 feet was the right distance.
Yeah. How did they come up with that?
It's just the right distance. A ball, and because if you make it 100 feet, well, every ground ball, you're out. If you make it 80 feet, well, you're going to beat out, routine ground balls. But it just seemed like it's the right deal. And I think softball's pretty close to being right. And it's about the right distance to the fence, because you don't see just a dramatic amount of home runs in softball. What'd you come up with, B?
So after a quick view on the internet, a 60-mile-per-hour softball pitch, a fastball, is roughly about the same as a 86-mile-per-hour fastball in baseball.
Well, that wasn't what we asked you, B. We didn't ask you about 60 miles an hour. We asked you about 72 miles an hour.
73's hard.
Hang on.
I think the key phrase there is after a quick
He's setting us up. He's telling a story.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cut you off. Go ahead.
The setup there is, so if that is 86, if you add the math, plus 12 for a 72-mile-per-hour softball pitch, that is 98, equivalent in baseball.
That sounds about right.
That's on you.
Hey, and let me tell you the difference here. Baseball, ball goes straight or ball goes down. Mm-hmm. That's it. Softball, ball goes up, ball goes down, ball goes in, ball goes out. So anyway, I am going to see if Coach Glasgow will let me bat off a Najee next fall.
Scott Kelmer texted again. He said, remember when Nolan Ryan had blisters when he was a Met? He soaked his finger in pickle juice.
Yeah. Apparently pickle juice is the cure-all for
cramps, everything.
For lots of stuff.
All right. What do we got next?
Well, we hope Jamie.
Oh, yeah, Jamie.
We'll either have Jamie.
He's going to Zoom, maybe.
And he's supposed to Zoom, so we hope we have Jamie when we come back. And if we do, we'll wrap up the Tech baseball season and anxiously await our next baseball season. And I think we could wrap it up with or without Jamie, but it ain't going to be near as good.
Jamie was, I don't know how many games he did, but a bunch.
A bunch. He knows baseball, Tech baseball, as much as anybody but the coaches. Be right back.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, we're talking about Golf USA. They got everything you're looking for, all the big names in golf equipment and apparel and everything. Plus, they got a repair shop, a hitting area where they'll fit you for clubs, and that's a big deal, I think. I mean, really good golfers, you don't talk to any really good golfers that are just out hitting stuff. They've all been fitted for clubs. You've been fitted for clubs. I haven't.
Well, you should.
I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
I keep telling Stacy that. I'm going to do it. Also, here, you want to be fitted for a car? Go to McGavick Nissan and Infinity of Lubbock. I'm telling you, this is absolutely a wonderful dealership. The McGavick family, Brent McGavick running out for his dad, Steve, who's still involved, but just absolutely tremendous people, Braden Rose, and they've got a great team there, and you'll love it. I got a new Nissan Pathfinder, which I love, and you got a new Infinity Q something.
I just went over 10,000 miles.
I'm just hitting 20.
I've loved every...
We got them about the same time, didn't we?
Yeah. You got how many?
Almost 20.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we got them pretty close at the same time.
Yeah,
but you're the voice of LISD.
I'm traveling.
Voice of LISD, so you got to travel more than me.
Been a great car. And they got great deals going on. You just need to go see them. They'll
We'll
take
say
care
this.
of you.
If I was a member of Lake Ridge instead of Lubbock,
You have a
I'd
lot
probably have about
less.
5,000 miles
I
on it.
know it.
So, anyway.
But anyway, you love working with them, McGavick Nissan and Infinity of Lubbock.
All right, if y'all got questions you want to know from Jamie has joined us. And where in the world are you? That looks like you're at Cooperstown.
Yeah, I'm in my basement.
Same thing, Cooperstown, Jamie's basement.
Okay.
You got lots of stuff up in there. What is all that?
I do just different memorabilia and stuff like that.
That's cool, man.
I see a Yankee deal up there. How'd they do against the Rockies?
Oh man, I heard you guys talking about this yesterday or earlier this morning. I knew I was going to get asked about it.
You didn't know it was going to be the first question.
The Rockies were just we just got to play the Yankees more. That's what
The Rockies were due.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. The Rockies
were due.
Were absolutely due. All right, who we have on? Y'all know this guy because he's on 3 hours, 5 days a week in the morning, and you used to do 2 hours in the afternoon. Is it 2 or 1 now?
It's still 2. It's still
2 hours and 5 hours.
I don't know how you do it.
We can't even do 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
And you do 5 hours a day.
And the crazy part is I'm not really someone who likes to talk.
Well, you got Chuck to fill in for that.
Yeah, that saves you a lot.
That's right. That's why he's a good partner to me.
Yeah.
Now, who's your afternoon partners? Choice?
Joyce and Clint, yes.
Oh, those are good talkers.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, they're no Chuck Hines, but they're good talkers.
Sure they are.
I lean on David over here because I'm sort of like you.
We're just trying to remember what day it is. But Gary, that's our guy. I don't. Is it Saturday? I can't remember what day it is.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday for some reason, I guess because we played on Thursdays, softball played on Thursday. Yesterday seemed like Saturday to me. So last night,
You thought you missed the show?
well, no, I didn't even think about it. But I said, Terry, she said something about it. I said, well, is today Friday? And she goes, yeah. I said, well, yeah, I guess I didn't do a show this morning, so.
I think I've been messed up ever since we played at BYU because that was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. And then we came back and going to Arlington and playing on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so it's just all completely thrown off at this point. It's kind of the way baseball season is for me. I can't tell you how many times I wake up like on a Saturday morning and the first question that goes through my mind is, okay, what city am I in right now? I have no idea where I am. And it takes me like 30 seconds to remember, oh, yeah, we're in Morgantown. We won last night or we lost last night.
It's going to get worse, Jamie. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Well, I brought up the 5 hours a week deal because when I texted Jamie about being on today, he said he's got to do his Saturday gig. And I thought, well, how many gigs could you possibly have?
Yeah. And
tell us what your Saturday gig is.
I feed tennis balls and do some tennis lessons and stuff like that out at the falls. So I play a lot of tennis and, feed to the clinics and stuff like that. Have a good time.
All right, what do you do in your spare time? Because do you have spare time?
I chase my 2 daughters. I mean, I got one that's playing tennis at LCU and the other one's about to be a senior basketball player at Friendship. And so this is the first weekend in 6 weekends that I've been at home on a weekend because I've either been with the baseball team or I've been taking her to a AAU basketball tournament. So chasing the two of those two down is pretty much what my free time is made of.
Well, one of my caps here is an LSU cap today because the LSU tennis, and I think it might be the men.
LCU, not LSU, right?
What'd I say?
You say LS. Yeah.
I thought you got an LSU cap.
Well,
yeah.
All right. See it.
Y'all could have let that slide.
Okay, sorry.
People knew what I was talking about.
I can't see the cap. It's blocked out by my football helmet.
I just wanted LCU to get the credit.
Let me start completely over. I've got an LCU cap here because LCU tennis, and I think it's the men. I don't know about the women, but give us an update on LCU tennis.
Yeah, they made it to the Division II national semifinals. They lost yesterday morning to Valdosta State, who is the number one team in the country. They won last year. They're undefeated this year. But considering it's just the third year for the LCU tennis programs, within the last 2 years, both the men and the women have been ranked inside the top 10 in Division II. So they've done an awesome job over there, and it was a great run for the men's team. Again, just their third year of playing, and they making it to the Division II national semis. That's pretty cool.
Okay, now tell us about the women.
The women got knocked out in the regional this year, so unfortunately my daughter's season ended a few weeks ago.
Okay.
There's some great things going on at Lubbock Christian, I'll tell you. That is a wonderful place.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're getting better. They're building better facilities over there. Yeah. They're building an indoor facility that should help all their sports teams too. So yeah, no doubt. I would definitely tell you my daughter's time at LCU has been well spent. She's thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, see, I think of your kids as being itty bitty, but what is she now? Sophomore? Junior?
She just finished her sophomore year.
Okay.
We're pretty proud of her. She's going to graduate in 3 years, so she's got one more year at LCU, and then she'll switch over and start working on her MBA at Tech.
Oh, there you go. Well, tell her there is absolutely no hurry to get out of college because that world will be there.
Hey, don't tell her that. It'll save me money
when
I
keep sending checks.
Paying for college.
I know it. You know, back when Gary and I were growing up, college didn't cost anything. You stayed in Lubbock and went to Tech. It didn't cost anything hardly to go.
Yeah, it's a different deal now, guys.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
it really is.
And LCU being private like they are, it's
sure, no doubt.
Well, these parents are paying hundreds of dollars to go to private schools here in town.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean per month.
No, you
per
mean
month.
For a day.
No, it's like expensive.
Well, without a doubt. Okay, now then I've got a Texas Tech cap here, and we wanted to talk to you about Texas Tech baseball because I was listening yesterday morning to you talk about the season, and you did such a good job of wrapping it up that I thought we need to have Jamie on because you touched on the negatives, which there are some, but you also dealt with the positives, which there's a lot. So anyway, can you repeat exactly what you said yesterday?
Word for word.
You're asking me to remember what I said yesterday. Okay, so no doubt. I mean, I agree with what you said that there were positives and negatives. Ultimately, it's about the final results, and this was not a season that you would call a success by any stretch of the imagination. I got to tell you, I feel like I completely whiffed. I watched this team play a bunch in the fall and in the spring and felt like this was a team that was closer to being back to where we had seen 3 or 4 years ago. And this was a regional team at the least, okay? Whether or not they were hosting or advancing to a super, I don't know, but I thought it was a postseason team. Unfortunately, I mean, while there were some really good individual performances, I mean, you had 2 guys on the first team, all Big 12, and 2 outfielders in Logan Hughes and Damian Bravo, and 2 in the second team, and pitcher Jack Siebert and Robin Villeneuve. You just didn't have enough depth in your lineup or in your pitching rotation, whether it be the starters or whether it be the bullpen. And I think the disappointing part is that there were some guys that you expected this year to take a step forward from where they were last year, and it didn't really feel like they did. And I thought that was a major reason why you ended up where you ended up. And you didn't hit on everybody in the transfer portal, but of those guys that I just mentioned that were first and second team, 3 of the 4 came out of the transfer portal. So clearly you recognize some good talent there, and those guys came in and made a big impact. So You're probably going to need to do more of that because the way college baseball is now, it's not bringing in a big freshman class and developing guys for 2 years from now. I mean, Kansas University is right now. They're doing it like I think everybody feels like they have to do it. You look at their roster. There's only 7 guys that started there as freshmen. Everybody brings in junior college guys and fourth-year pitchers, and it's not about, hey, we want to see, the guys that come in as freshmen and we watch them grow and develop and they grow, we watch them grow up before our eyes. That's just not the way college sports is anymore. And so Tech is going to have to, be more, probably even more active. I think they were active in the portal last year. I think they're going to have to probably even more active this year. Specifically, you need top line starting pitching, just like everybody else does. You definitely need some power bats as well. So I think there's going to be a good core of guys returning that were really good players for you this year. And you just got to find a way to put more talent around them because there just wasn't enough.
When you talked about Kansas getting junior college, it doesn't even have to be junior college kids anymore. You can go, what did we say earlier? Take them from other teams, from D1s and smaller schools.
Yeah.
Well, they're larger until they change the rules, and they will until they tweak this thing. You can just go pillage and plunder and take them from wherever.
Yeah,
sure. But I mean, and then that comes the financial part of it, right? I mean, you got to be able to financially be able to do that because it's not just about, how good a coach you are or can you develop me or whatever. It's what can you offer me. And I'm not saying that Texas Tech is the worst in baseball or anything like that in the Big 12 or in the country, but the teams that are winning, that are at the top, that are putting together these great runs, for the most part, they're really well supported financially.
Right.
And I've been saying for a couple of years now, I mean, our men's basketball and our football program, we are, as a fan base, as an alumni, as an administration, we have done everything we can to support them, and that's great. I'm all for it. And we've definitely reaped the benefits of it in basketball. I think we're trending in that direction in football, and it's great. I don't think there's been that much of a commitment to baseball, and I think it's hurt the baseball program.
And I think I heard from a reliable source that we had an $800,000 team this year, and that sounds like a lot of money until you look around and see probably the top 20 teams in the country are dramatically more than that.
Well, when the Aggies are rumored to be at $15 million and the Longhorns are rumored to be at $12 million and you're at $800,000, that's a pretty sizable difference.
Yeah. But I guess we got to look at they've always had the financial advantage. Those schools, and they always are going to have the financial. Now we need to look at the TCUs, the Baylors, the
teams in the Big 12 conference, and I don't think there's as dramatic of a difference there as what we're talking about with the Longhorns and the Aggies and the other SEC teams. But I mean, that goes back to, I feel like this team was better this year than their ultimate record show.
I agree.
I feel like one of the major problems was starting from behind. You got off to so many terrible starts, where you started games giving up 2 runs in the first inning, and it just, that feeling of always playing from behind. I think the number was you played 54 games this year, and 26 of them you gave up a first inning run. That's crazy. Almost half of the games. I mean, it just feels like you're always fighting an uphill battle. And, there were stretches where the starting pitching was good, and then in those stretches you would see the bullpen falter a little bit, or you'd see the offense slow down. It just was a team.
It was a perfect storm.
Yeah, you just couldn't put it together for whatever reason.
And then usually in West Texas in the spring, the wind blows out a lot, and, our deal is the home run ball and all.
Sure.
And this year, is either rainy or wind blowing in. It was so many games that it was a normal baseball field instead of sort of, like a softball field, where the wind's blowing out 20 miles an hour. There weren't that many of those games.
Yeah, no doubt. And it felt for a long stretch of the season, you just weren't hitting for a lot of power either. And I think that what you're just talking about there, Gary, definitely factored into that. But
a lot of the power over the years has been the fact that we hit nice, solid fly balls that landed out in the street. You know, and that just didn't work this year.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So anyway,
TCU had 5 players on the Big 12 freshman team. Is that?
Yeah. And I heard Coach Tadlock talked about this when we played TCU. I mean, they have 3 what I think are big league freshmen on their team. Their catcher, their pitcher / left fielder, and then their right fielder. I think all 3 of them are going to be big leaguers. And Coach Tadlock talked about the fact that he really respected how TCU was putting together their roster because they were still trying to build with really talented freshmen. They added some key guys. Their ace was a transfer portal guy from Wichita State, but they did have a great freshman class. And so, you know, I think that's they're going to hope to develop those guys, but they're already superstars. They were already really, really good players. And so, yeah, they kind of had the right combination, I think TCU did.
All right, do you recognize that music? We got about 30 seconds. Say something really profound in 30 seconds. Make us feel good about next year.
Okay, well, I think you're going to return a lot of the guys that had really good seasons for you from this year. And so you just got to add some quality pieces around them, power bats, and some strong pitching. But I think that a lot of the guys that you really liked this year, I think are going to be back.
Good. That is good news. And I know people are going, well, we didn't win. But, hey, they're a year older.
How about our broadcasters? Are they back next year?
As far as I know.
All right. There you have it.
Jamie, thank you.
I sure hope so.
Thank you for doing this. Appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate you.
Right.
Jamie Lent, everybody.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.